Peace. Head to Head 2 recap. Me and Rocko going to talk about the whole judging, the whole everything about the whole Head to Head 2. You know what I mean? Shout out to all 40 producers that got involved.
Sure.
Shout out to the judges.
Recap,
Yep. Shout out to Apollo Brown. Shout out to DJ Skizz. Shout out to DJ Legal. Shout out to the Snowgoons. Shout out to Steele, shout out to Bernadette, shout out to Shaun Price, shout out to Boot Camp. You know what I mean? Shout out to all them for the judging. You know what I mean? Shout out, like I said, shout out to Essence for winning first place, Seventh Wonder for winning second place. And we're here, we're gonna talk about it all. And we're actually gonna play all 5 remixes because we didn't actually play all 5 remixes because we were stopped to play. You know what I mean? Judges are judges, you know. But yeah, so let's do that first, and then we'll talk about each one after we play. You want to do that? Let's go.
So we're gonna play all 5, then we're gonna give our commentary.
Yeah, we're gonna. Well, I think we should give our commentary after each one. I'm gonna play Seventh Wonder's remix. Let's play Seventh Wonder. Let's go. Let's get it.
Right,
Seventh Wonder.
Seventh Wonder.
On your head,
that was my favorite.
Yeah. Classes in section, Brownsville. Teacher, time to rhyme. Shaun Price. Felonious Monk. Hey yo. Trick Army. Swiss Army knife in my hand. Think my click corny, but we will end the life of your fan. People know Shaun nice with their hands. Watch me punch up your face, dig in your pocket, leave you right where you stand. Got a dime chick that live in Japan. Black belt, turn tricks, chop bricks with her hand. Arigato, Shaun Price slick like El Gato. 3-piece suit in the booth and like smack off half your smile. Go to court with a suit, smack the other half after trial. Plead the 5th, your snitches better bleed the 8th. Don't leave your face touched up, now your knees is scream the buck. B-Ville clutch tools and bust. Got ya thinking Sean P in the mood to bust. Sean P, numero uno, all-time great. New York to NC, Duke the all-rhyme state.
Coast to coast, he traveled the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Sean P. He showed you the force, the mag to deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shipper. It's Sean P. It's 6-1 way in the even 200. Lord help you if he double stacked up and blooded. It's Sean P. Underrated. Best in the game, allow me to tell you
hey, yo, other rappers ain't as nice as me. And if he is, he would've been Shaun. That's messed up for you, you should've been on. Rapping the gin, drunk rappers need to wrap up a pen. Write some ill scripts, joke and let the madness begin. Rhyming for dough, no money, Paul rhyming for dough. No partners, just me, highlighting the show. Critics said I lost my image when I cut off my dreads. But I'm the nicest rapper out, dude, that's what you said. Let it be known, gold ring embedded with stone. When I punch you in the head, to hit it, then up your dome. People running up, asking about rock. I sing your soul to heaven. Ask God about Pop, ask about Big, ask about Pun. Gangsta rappers can't fight, so they rap about guns. One.
Coast to coast, he traveled the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Sean P. He showed you the force, the mag to deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shipper. It's Sean P. It's 6-1 way in the even 200. Lord help you if he double stacked up and blooded. It's Sean P. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me to tell he's on your head. What's your name? Sean P. It's Sean P.
That was Seventh Wonder, which made second place from Portugal. You know what I mean? You know, to me, that was my personal favorite out of the 5. You know what I mean? Like, and when, you know, the other night when we were supposed to do the show on that Sunday night, we all listened to it, and I said it then. I said, this is my favorite one. You know what I mean? Like, I know that Shaun Price and Bernadette said that was their favorite one. But Shaun Price came in his daughter, and she made really the choice of the 2. You know what I mean? She didn't like change the whole thing. You know what I mean? She didn't change
Essence,
it.
They picked Seventh Wonder.
Yep.
So Baby Shaun Price came in and picked who she liked, and she also picked the third. You know what I'm saying? Who she thought was third, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Even though first and second is all that really matters, you know.
Yeah. But I know some people feel certain way. Just remember when you get the key to this round 4, the final round, was to make it as dope as possible to match him. You know what I mean? When you make a remix, your mentality is is this remix for this person? You know what I mean? That's what you got to think as it being dope. Everything about it. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that Seventh Wonder, I think, you know, he did what.
I mean, we was trying to come up with categories within the category, but bottom line was, is it dope? You know what I'm saying? The originality, all that shit, drum sounds, all the sounds that can you just take it into the studio and rap on it? You know what I mean? Or, you know?
The thing about it too is
rap up in one.
We knew when we posted the Shaun Price remix, which was Rocco's idea. Shout out to Rocco for the idea. We knew that Bernadette is not a producer. So that's why we weren't looking at it. You know what I mean? She's going to think, is this shit dope? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it work? Steele came in. We brought Steele in. Steele wasn't originally part of the Sunday plan. But in case Bernadette wasn't able to do it again, we had Steele for the judging. You know what I mean? So it ended up Steele, and then Shaun ended up being there. And I mean, I think it was a dope show. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to the second beat, which I believe they picked was third, was my brother Phil Real. Let's listen to Phil Real's remix. Let's go.
Phil Kramer.
Phil Kramer, yep.
Trick Army, the Swiss Army knife in my hand. Think my click on it, but we will end the life of your fam. People know Shaun nice with the hands. Watch me punch up your face, dig in your pocket, leave you right where you stand. Got a dumb chick that live in Japan. Black belt, turn tricks, chop bricks with her hand. Arigato, Shaun Price slick like El Gato. 3-piece suit in the booth, ain't cute, right? Smack off half your smile. Go to court with the suit, smack the other half after trial. Plead the fifth, got snitches better bleed the eighth. Don't leave your face touched up, like your knees is scraped, I'm bugging. B-Ville clutch tools and bust. Got your thinking Shaun P in the mood to bust. Shaun P, numero uno, all-time great. New York, the NC, do the all-rhyme state.
Coast to coast, feet travel the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Shaun. Showing the force, the magnet deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shiver. It's Shaun. 6-1, way in the even 200. Lord help you if you double stacked up and blooded. It's Shaun. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me these tellies on your hands.
Other rappers ain't as nice as me. And if it is, it would've been Shaun. That's messed up for you, you should've been on. Rapping again. Drunk rappers need to grab up a pen. Write some ill scripts, joke, and let the madness begin. Rhyming for dough, no money, Paul, rhyming for dough. No partners, just me, highlighting the show. Critics said I lost my image when I cut off my dreads. But I'm the nicest rapper out, dude. That's what you said. Let it be known. Gold ring embedded with stone. When I punch you in the head, you hit it, then up your dome. People running up, asking about rock. I sing a soul to heaven. Ask God about pop. Ask about big. Rest in peace. Ask about pun. Gangsta rappers can't fight, so they rap about guns. One.
From coast to coast, feet travel the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Shaun. Showing the force, the magnet deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shiver. It's Shaun. 6-1, way in the even 200. Lord help you if you double stacked up and blooded. It's Shaun. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me these tellies on your head. What's your name? Shaun.
All right. What was that you said, Rock?
Yeah.
What were you
No, I
saying?
was asking you to turn up the volume on your side a little bit.
Oh, okay. No, it's running
So
through the
that was
sound.
Phil Kramer.
Phil
Huh?
Kramer. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as I liked the Seventh Wonder one.
I thought it was brolic, you know what I'm saying? Likewise, we went crazy over Seventh Wonder. You know what I mean?
But I like
Yeah.
Phil Kramer. I like Phil Kramer's remix. When I guess he made.
And I think them extra few days probably helped the producers go back and probably tweak shit a little bit better. You know what
The
I'm
only
saying?
ones
Get the shit
that
right.
the only two that resent me theirs after the beginning was Phil and Essence. Those are the two who resent me the joint.
Okay.
But shout out to Phil Kramer. He made third place, I believe, as it was put. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was dope. It was real dope. Phil Kramer, shout out to you, brother, man. So now we're gonna go to the third one that was on here.
And I actually think Shaun Price would rap to that shit. I actually think he would. That's
possible.
My opinion.
We're gonna go to Obscure. We're gonna take it to California and shit. My brother Obscure, let's go, which I guess made 5th place. Which to me, the beat was insane. You know what I mean? I mean, you guys listen. We'll talk about it after. Obscure, let's go.
Hey yo, trick homie, this Swiss Army knife in my hand. Take my click horny, but we will end the life of your fam. People know Shaun nice with their hands. Watch me punch up your face, dig in your pocket, leave you right where you stand. Got a dime chick that live in Japan. Black belt, turn tricks, chop bricks with her hand. Arigato, Shaun Price slick like El Gato. 3-piece suit in the booth, ain't cute, Mike. Smack off half your smile. Go to court with a suit, smack the other half after trial. Plead the 5th, y'all snitches better plead the 8th. Don't leave your face touched up, now your knees is scraped, I'm bucking. B-bill, clutch, tools, and bust. Got y'all thinking Sean P in the mood to bust. Sean P, numero uno, all-time great. New York, the NC, doomed to all rhyme state.
From coast to coast, he traveled the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Sean P. Showed you the floors, the mag to deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shiver. It's Sean P. 6'1", way in the even 200. Lord help you if he double stacked up and blooded. It's Sean P. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me to tell these onion heads what's your
Other
name.
rappers ain't as nice as me. And if you is, you would have been Sean. That's messed up for you, you should have been on. Rapping the gin. Drunk rappers need to rap with a pen. Write some ill scripts, Duke, and let the madness begin. Rhyming for dough, no money, Paul, rhyming for dough. No partners, just P, highlighting the show. Critics said I lost my image when I cut off my dreads. But I'm the nicest rapper out, Duke. That's what you said, let it be known. Gold ring embedded with stone. When I punch you in the head to hit it, then up your dome. People running up, asking about rock. I send your soul to heaven. Ask God about Pop, ask about Big, ask about Pun. Gangsta rappers can't fight, so they rap about guns. One.
From coast to coast, he traveled the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Sean P. Showed you the floors, the mag to deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shiver. It's Sean P. 6'1", way in the even 200. Lord help you if he double stacked up and blooded. It's Sean P. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me to tell these onion heads what's your name. It's Sean P. It's Sean P.
Producer Obscure.
All right, that was Obscure. I think the beat was dope. I do hear where he wasn't rapping where he's supposed to been rapping.
He was like off half a bar or so, man.
He wasn't off beat like, you know, when someone bobs their head and they're off and shit. I think he was just off the wrong part of the you know what I mean? Like where he rapped on.
If you know the song, then if you know the song, if you're familiar with the song, then it becomes annoying because you know where it should hit at. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think it would have been really dope if he did get it exactly on there. I still don't think it would have beat Seventh Wonder's track. You know what I'm saying? But
it was dope, just not for this one.
Yeah, but it definitely was dope. Just like Steele said, the beat was hot. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, I don't know, it just didn't match like together. You guys listen to it yourself.
That's why we get scared to do the remix challenges and shit. You know what I mean? For the sample challenge, because we know mad people gonna come in and it's not gonna match up. It's gonna be mad off. You know what I'm saying? It annoys me. what I'm saying?
But we also come, we also come from the era, I know after the era that we started in with the remixes with Pete Rock doing remixes, like he was the start of it. You know what I mean? Like the Jump Around remix, the Shut 'Em Down remix, and he had the vocals and you know what I mean? And he made it match. You know what I mean? Like that could happen to a producer in time in their life if they get into the point where they're, you know, become somebody. You know what I mean? Some people can start off as a remix producer. So if you're watching this, you know what I mean, you just start doing, instead of calling your beats, I mean, whatever it is, make remixes and put it out there. If you really believe, you know what I mean? I think remixes are dope. You know what I mean? Like I did a couple remixes in my past. I did a Jay-Z remixes and a lot. I did DOS Effects remixes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, you're gonna run into that. I mean, if you're a hip hop producer, I mean, period. They remix all kinds of songs. They remix any kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Which is a part of being a producer.
DJs do that. Shout out to the DJs that's good at doing that, taking acapella.
Yeah, you know, I'm used to doing that from being a DJ, playing like a Monica instrumental, and I put a AZ acapella to it. You know what I mean? Like that's the DJ in me. You know what I'm saying? Where I know it's gonna have to come here. You know what I'm saying? And we're not knocking Obscure for that at all. You know what I mean? Because Obscure's beat was tough. You know what I mean? Obscure is a phenomenal, dope ass producer. You know what I mean? He's like one of the best producers in the Producers Corner sample challenges because he has rings. He's got like rings. You know what I mean?
He was actually feared coming into this competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think he came with confidence though too. I think he came with confidence. And Obscure, shout out to you, brother. I love you, man. So we're gonna go to the next one. My brother Artifacts, Tudor Low Keys. You know what I mean? He's from England. This is number 4, and I guess he made number 4 place. Let's go.
On your head, it's happy. Yeah. Classes in section, Brownsville. Teach us how to rhyme. Shaun Price.
Yeah.
Felonious Monk.
Head-to-head recap, y'all.
Hey, yo. Trick Army. This Swiss Army knife in my hand. Think my click corny, but we will end the life of your fan. People know Shaun nice with their hands. Watch you punch up your face, dig in your pocket, leave you right where you stand. Got a dime chick that live in Japan. Black belt, turn tricks, chop bricks with her hand. Arigato. Shaun Price slick like El Gato. 3-piece suit in the booth and shoot you right. Smack off half your smile. Go to court with a suit. Smack the other half after trial. Plead the 5th. Y'all snitches better bleed the 8th. Don't leave your face touched up. Now your knees is scraped, I'm bugging. B-Ville clutch tools and bust. Got y'all thinking Shaun P in the mood to bust. Shaun P, numero uno, all-time great. New York, the NC Duke, the all-rhyme state farm.
From coast to coast, he traveled the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Shaun P. He showed you the force, the Magnum deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shiver. It's Shaun P. It's 6-1 way in the even 200. Lord help you if he double stacked up and blooded. It's Shaun P. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me these tellies hanging hands.
Other rappers ain't as nice as me. And if you is, you would have been Shaun. That's messed up for you, you should have been on. Rapping the gin. Drunk rappers need to grab up a pen. Write some ill scripts, dude, and let the madness begin. Rhyming for dough. No money, Paul, rhyming for dough. No partners, just P, highlighting the show. Critics said I lost my image when I cut off my dreads. But I'm the nicest rapper out, dude. That's what you said. Let it be known. Gold ring embedded with stone. When I punch you in the face, it was dead up your dome. People running up asking about rock. I sing your soul to heaven. Ask God about Pac. Ask about Big. Ask about Pun. Gangsta rappers can't fight,
so they rap about guns.
One.
We come from murder, son, boy. From coast to coast, he traveled the land. Left footprints and grains of sand. It's Shaun P. He showed you the force, the Magnum deliver. In his presence, phony rappers a shiver. It's Shaun P. It's 6-1 way in the even 200. Lord help you if he double stacked up and blooded. It's Shaun P. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me these tellies on your heads. What's your name? It's Shaun P. It's Shaun
artifacts.
We come from murder, stone boy, you know.
Simmons.
Yeah.
Shot.
You know this thing are the wickedest thing. Any sound test.
Yeah, I actually really like that. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Seventh Wonder like I like, but I liked it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I would have
when
probably
we first heard it, we thought probably he might take second.
Yeah, man. Yeah, him
You
and
know what I'm
Seventh
saying?
Wonder. Yep. You know, Seventh Wonder was a
Yeah.
given as soon as I heard it. You know what I'm saying? But Artifacts, that was dope, brother. And he also asked me, can we play all the songs so everybody can hear them? You know what I mean? So this is one reason why we're doing it. You know what I mean? Letting the people get to share. You know what I mean? And yeah. So now we're gonna go to actually who became the winner. You know what I mean? Essence.
Yeah.
Connecticut. Connecticut won twice, and this is not on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because Doc
And actually to go back, everybody was thinking Artifacts beat would fit rock more than rock.
Yeah.
You know
They
what
were
I'm saying?
saying, yeah.
It was more of a rock beat. So anyway, as we move on,
it could have been a Helter Skelter beat, probably, and shit.
could have been a Helter Skelter.
You know what I mean? Because
Catered more to
Artifacts kind of like. I think Shaun Price would have liked it. I think Shaun Price would have liked every beat that we played so far. I'm just not sure if he would have used it. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But Bernadette and Shaun Price and Steele, they know him. You know what I mean? I know him. Rocco, you know him. Yeah. We don't know him like they know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, and rest in peace to Shaun Price. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's our brother. Like I said, me and Rocco's album, another plug. You know what I mean? Y'all look. It's on the band. It's on my Bandcamp. It's on his iTunes. You know what I mean? The Effervescence, hosted by Shaun Price. Look at the back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on it. You know what I mean? That's a little quick plug like I already got before. You could get at me if you want to get a copy, or get at Rocco if you want to get a copy. You know what I mean? Whatever. But let's go to the winner beat that ended up being Shaun Price's winner, but Steele and Bernadette believed it was second. Essence, let's get it. Come on. Winner beat, let's go. Winner
representative.
I'm gonna say winner beat, winner remix. Love is love.
Shaun Price, Onion Head, you heard?
Shaun Pete.
Felonious monk. Hey yo, Trick Army, this Swiss Army knife in my hand. Think my click corny, but we will end the life of your fam. People know Shaun nice with their hands. Watch me punch up your face, dig in your pocket, leave you right where you stand. Got a dime chick that live in Japan. Black belt, turn tricks, chop bricks with her hand. Arigato, Shaun Price slick like El Gato. 3-piece suit in the booth, ain't shit cute, right? Smack off half your smile. Go to court with a suit, smack the other half after trial. Plead the fifth, your snitches better plead the eighth. Don't leave your face touched up, now your knees scraped, I'm bugging.
It's Shaun. 6'1", way in the even 200. Lord help you if he double stacked up and blooded. It's Shaun. Underrated, best in the game. Allow me these tellies on your head. What's your name? It's Shaun. It's Shaun. It's Shaun.
So yeah, so there you have it. You heard all 5 remixes, and I want to give a
In
big.
its entirety.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a super shout out to all 5 producers to get into that round, making it through Apollo Brown, making it through DJ Skizz, and making it through DJ Illegal. You know what I mean? Yeah, I made it through him to them to get to them. You know what I mean? And that's not easy. I know I
Yeah.
wouldn't have made it. You know what I'm saying?
Salute,
yeah.
salute everybody, man.
Definitely salute. You know what I mean? And remember, it's like life. Period. Like if you have a demo, and you think, okay, this rapper's gonna like me, you know what I mean, and you send it to them, and believe me, I know, I've sent stuff to people, you know what I mean, and Shaun Price personally, I could tell you a couple stories about Shaun Price. You know what I mean? One beat I sent to Shaun Price, and he's like, nah, I don't want that. And Rusty Jooks end up using it. If you go to YouTube and look up Rock On, I produced the beat for Rock On, and Shaun Price didn't like it. And then we saw Shaun Price later on after Rusty did the song. And before Rusty performed it, Shaun Price introduced him on stage to perform it and shouted out that DJ Stress is in the building. He produced this for my man Rusty Jooks. And he told me the beat was dope. And I said, yo, Ruck, I said it to you. He's like, for real? And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? But anyway, shout out to Rusty Jooks. I actually met Rusty Jooks when I first met Shaun Price, when I went to Shaun Price's house a long time ago with my brother Tokyo and my cousin Tony. You know what I mean? To do an interview with him. This is like 2005, 4, whatever. You know what I mean? And since then, he's been a good dude. And we gotta give one more story about Shaun Price with me and Rocco. It was me, Rocco, Nikki, my ex, my sister, and my brother-in-law at the time. We went to an event out in Hartford, Connecticut called Soli's, and they wanted $20 each, and we didn't have the money to get in there. And then as we were leaving, Rocco noticed that. He goes, yo, there goes Ruck. You know what I'm saying? So I looked, and I hit him up, and I told him the situation. You know what I'm saying? And he said, yo, come on, I got you. And then he went to the door, and I mean, to get in, and he said, Stress and his peoples are with me. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, I don't know how long was it after Rocco? After that?
I give it like 3 weeks, man. Probably
We
3
found
weeks
out
later.
he passed away. You know what I mean? We were supposed to get up again. I mean, Ruck went out his way to do the drops for us. You know what I mean? He did interview with me on the radio. He let me go to his house to interview him. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Shaun Price. Rest in peace to Shaun Price. You know what I mean? Like, he was my friend. You know what I mean? Not like my buddy like me and Rocco's friend, but he was my friend. You know what I mean? Like, you know when he was in a mood that you don't fuck with him? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because he's Ruck. He's Shaun Price. He's really real. So I kind of believe he probably would have been the judgmental like Steele and Bernadette and the daughter. I believe he would have been the same. I believe for it to be true. You know what I mean? And no one could tell you.
I feel like his spirit definitely spoke. His spirit definitely spoke through them, man. I feel like they translated everything well. You know what I'm saying? Give and take is a little, you know what I mean? That's his baby, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she might have been trying to pull in a couple of directions, but she was right. She know what she likes, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you can't, you know what I mean? And
just
you can't,
don't be sore about it. You're going to have more head-to-head competitions.
yes, you know what I mean?
Come and flex your muscle.
And we're not doing nothing the same, so you don't know what we'll be doing in the future. You know what I mean? To get in it, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to all 5 producers that got to the top 5, and shout out to the rest of the 35 of them that got in. You know what I mean? That made phenomenal production. You know what I mean? We appreciate all y'all. I mean, we had people feeling like certain people in certain rounds should have won. You know what I mean? Like, boom. But I believe that Seventh Wonder should have been You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up there, no matter what. I think he would have been in there. That was my favorite one. You know what I mean? Like the other
Shout out Essence though, he pulled it out.
Essence and Artifacts, I kind of like both of them like around the same, you know what I mean? Like if I was the judge, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Here we go with the noise and stuff. But congratulations to Essence for winning, you know what I mean? Because you took the heirs of Shaun Price's daughter. You know what I mean? It's not easy to do a remix of somebody who passed, you know what I mean, for them, you know what I'm saying? We were actually, tried to reach out to Crisis. I couldn't get a hold of him at the time. He's the one that did the original Onion Head, so he would have been a good judge, you know what I'm saying, because he did the original with him. And Shaun Price, when I interviewed him, I asked him, if any producer was to send you beats, who would you always want to go with? And he said Crisis, you know what I'm saying? He said, he always said to him something that he liked, you know what I mean? So shout out to Crisis too for the Onion Head, you know what I mean? Shout out to Duck Down, shout out to Boot Camp, shout out to Buckshot, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rock, you know what I mean? Shout out to Top Dog, shout out to Tech, you know what I'm saying, on the hook, you know what I mean? Shout out them to them all. But yeah, I don't know. We got anything else to recap about it, Rocco? I mean, it was fun. And next time we do it, we're gonna do it with 32 producers, and we will have 5 rounds.
Yeah.
When we do it, and this is the information right now because you know it's subject to change, and there's only gonna be one winner. There's not gonna be a first and second winner. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, it's not gonna always be like a sample challenge. A sample challenge is a whole different. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you got this, you got this. Like, it was hard for them when we did the Mario, Super Mario. You're like, oh, okay. You never know what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? It's a challenge. You know what I mean? It's a challenge. A challenge is a challenge. Challenge is you got to win. You know what I mean? Like,
you never know. If we hard pressed, we might keep some of the same elements of how we did it this go around, but we're going to try and up the ante. You know, stakes going to be high, bro. So,
and
you know
every judge we used, you don't see them in other judges and other competitions around what we're doing, the same judges. We got our own judges, you know what I mean? And we're gonna continue to do that. We like to be at we come from the hip hop era where like the surprise mode, where we surprise you what we're gonna do next, you know what I mean? Not like the obvious, oh, this is what we gotta do because that's what they do, because that's not what we do. You know what I mean? We do what we do. So shout out to everybody. Salute.
Shout out to all the other, shout out to all the other beat societies doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Love is love.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But this producers corner across the border, man. You know what I'm saying? All we got is us. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it funky, keep it official, and you know, stay with us. We learning with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And y'all learning with us. So, you know
I appreciate everybody who participates in anything that this is branded on, you know what I mean? We appreciate that, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And, you know, I know we got people out there that got their little hate and talking stuff about it, but you know what I mean? But I'm sorry. I mean, you could, you know what I mean? When you got haters, I heard when you got haters, you're realizing you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom,
that's when you popping. That's when you know you popping.
You know what I mean? And the thing about it, too, is people are never going to like everything that you do, because there's artists that came out that I'm a big fan of, and when they do certain things, I'm like, why did they do that? I understand. The only person that you could change doing that is yourself. You know what I mean? So if you don't love yourself, you know what I mean, then it's not going to work for you, no matter whatever else you can't reach out to expect a certain artist to keep pleasing you. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not you. You need to look in the mirror and you need to please that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so take this like so going through these head-to-head challenges, you got to look at like, instead of like, nah, the judges is whack, you got to look at it like, why did the judge really think like that? You know what I mean? Because the judges had no idea who any of y'all was. You know what I mean? So they're going by, just like you, if you got a bunch of producers that you don't know who any of them are either. And we promise y'all wasn't going to be no sample challenge producers picking, knowing who you each is. No one knew who no one was. It was off the strength of what they heard. That's it. You know what I mean? That was it. That's at the end of the day what it is. When we were like back in the days listening to the college radio station or whatever, and some shit came on and we didn't know who they were. What the fuck is this? Is crazy right here. I need to know about this person. You know what I mean? That's why right now we did the recap too. People are going to be watching this that might not know who y'all are. Now they're going to know who you are. You know what I mean? I mean, Producer's Corner, like I said, do you make beats? Producer's Corner can make you better. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Bring your skill level up in different directions. You know what I mean? Could get you promotion. You know what I mean? You become friends and build relationships off it. That's what it is. It's the culture. You know what I mean? We're just a piece of the culture. We're branched down to the piece of the culture. You know what I mean? So that's why we got go watch Behind the Boards.
No vulture, man.
Behind the Boards, you
Culture,
learn a
no
lot of
vulture.
knowledge. Yep. You learn a lot of knowledge off the Behind the Boards. Don't say that Behind the Boards is not a good thing. It's a very good thing. You know what I mean? And people ask me all the time, like, Stress, you make beats. You got the connects. Why don't you, we doing it for this right now. You know what I mean? Me and Rocco could be like, we out of here, and we could just become very successful without doing it. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't think like that. We think about all of us, this movement. So when you start thinking the selfishness about, I'm going to do me, and there's not the same thing about loving yourself. Because love is love, you know what I mean? You get reflected on what you do back to you. Karma and good and negative and positive. But everybody, have a blessed time until we back to the head-to-head. We might even come with a whole different scenario, a different name. Like we used to do the dual challenges. You never know what it's going to be, but there will be prizes. There will be submissions. And next time we do it, it's the person who pays, they get in until it pays up. We're not going to wait. Everybody got to pay by Friday. So if you want in, you got to get in when you get in. You know what I'm saying? And thank you. Salute, Rocco. You got any words left to say to the people?
No, man, it's been real. It's been fun from the 40 on down, man. It's been great, a good look. We didn't agree with all the judges' picks. You know what I'm saying? It was some upsets, but it is what it is. They had the final say. You know what I mean? So, going forward, man, just good times, bro.
And right now, which was this past weekend, which is going to be it's actually this weekend coming up right now at this moment, will be the 3rd year anniversary of us since we started the Producer Corner sample challenges, which is 156 weeks, which is 3 years. You know what I mean? But we're doing the 3rd year anniversary the week after. You know what I mean? But we're still doing it. You know what I mean? Be in tune. We'll be doing sample challenges everywhere. I mean, possibly in Europe, possibly here. You never know. So stick with us. You know what I mean? You can't, there's no way you lost sticking with us. You didn't lose nothing. You gained. You know what I mean? And people nowadays, and I think always felt like if they don't gain something from a situation, they're not going to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, we all feel like that, period. Like if I drive to Springfield and then I got to drive to Hartford and then drive back to Springfield again later on, or Chicopee, you're not gaining off of, you're losing mileage and time. And then if you think like that, as this and this, you're probably not going to get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because for real, you know what I mean?
How the saying goes, invest in yourself, man. That was only $50, bro, to make 500, bro. So that's a hell of an investment to me. You know what I mean? We burn that on smoke, liquor, food, and just out there doing
taking your wife or your man taking you out to eat. You spending like double that. You know what I mean? On one time, and you forget about that. You know what I mean? Or pay for your gas in your car. You forget about that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Go to the liquor store, buy a couple cases. So it ain't nothing wrong with that. So everybody have a blessed future. Until the next one, we'll see you on the regular sample challenges as normal. You'll see us on Behind the Boards as normal. And we will have other stuff happening. You know what I mean? The Producer's Corner. Salute to everybody. Love is love. Word.
Yeah.